So, hello everybody. It's Nikita from Together with Open Source. And first of all, it's being recorded. And as I just explained to my new friend, Cameron, there's no such thing as too many good friends, at least that I'm sure of in this life. But it's being recorded, and if you feel like if there will be reasons not to publish it, we won't publish it. Or, for example, one time there was some private information published. So I asked this person, and he kindly agreed, and he modified it, the file itself. So it was an exercise, and I made a post about it. So, but if he couldn't, then I would have blocked it online, not the person, the video itself. We're still friends with this person. He's amazing. Anyway, so today I don't see one person's name in the call, which means I messed up a lot, because my plan was that I will pick up Golang on the previous weekend. And well, with the amount of work which happened because of this meetup, there's no way. So then I actually asked for help on LinkedIn, and there was one person who is a Golang expert, and he didn't come. So probably something happened, maybe some misorganization, but it doesn't stop us from contributing to Golang projects. Let's do it now, because the whole point of my approach is that if you love something, for example, person loves Golang, then I will say this person Golang and finance. I will say this person, let's go here. Or just Golang and platforms, for example. This is a project. Sorry, Maxim, I will use your project. They're actually fine with that. There's something in some message, I think, in the chat. Let me choose. Oh, there's good morning message. Good morning to everybody. Namaste. Добрый день. Доброе утро. Namaste. Ishal G. Hello, Sharil, sorry. So, yeah. I'll be trying to do both things, but later I will figure out how to have somebody to co-host the meeting, because, guys, I don't want to miss somebody. Oh, there's another journal. We are popular. So basically, as I was saying, I've messed up, but it was not a true mess up, because we will go here now. So some time ago, like a few weeks ago, I answered to all. I made a comment on one of the articles, and on Dev2, which is a very recommended thing to do. It's this thing. It's good. There are other ones which are also good, and I met the person there. So yeah, the person said he won't be available today. Well, no worries, Nishant. His name is Nishant. So well, he volunteered. And that's amazing, because there are not that many people who volunteer. And this way, I mean, so we are not blaming anybody. Life happens. And well, Nishant already contributed to this community a lot. So there is a person, this one. I guess you can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Maxim, he is a founder, and let me see his position. So executive leadership, marketing, and business in America. So they created the DevLake project, which is a platform building tool. So like today is all about platforms, but these guys, they actually created a tool which helps you to build a platform. That's like steroids on steroids. This is amazing. So they have this project, and I became a part of it, and which was quite easy, actually. And there's so many good things about this project. I don't know where to start. Sorry, Form 3 guys, because there's another good company which are called Form 3. I will use them. We will refer to them after we finish with this one. So basically, while I was speaking to Maxim, and after I became a contributor, they actually moved. They've actually were onboarded by Apache Incubator, which is big. So if you start contributing to this project, and let's do it now. Let's do it now. So we have this main project. Let's find something to fix. That's all go. That's not something I want. I want something slightly different. I want to find a file which looks like, yeah, like this one, because I don't know Golang, but I want to do it. And so I can help Golang project without actually knowing Golang. So the problem is that I've already fixed this file before. So it will be a bit cleaner than like, it will be a bit cleaner than, oh, what's that? Like really, do we have this symbol anywhere else in the page? We don't. So it's easy. So I found ways to make it faster than before, these things. So we just press the pencil or E key. We go here. We go here. And we go here. Yeah, because that's the second thing you can do without any knowledge of like language. And we say that typo fix. The only thing is that I don't remember their standards. So because everybody has slightly different standards, at least more of them. CI/CD is still young. So let me think what I want. I want pull requests. I want to see their closed pull requests because from the name, I can see how they call it. Yeah, so it will be fix.typo. Because we don't want every fix to look and different from each other, because it will be a mess. Symbol, yes, basic. Okay, we do propose changes. Well, here I need to be careful because it's a main. I don't want a main. I want. Let's see how I. Because I remember that one of the guys, he was. But actually, we can do that. So we can do deflag from mine. Yeah, it's called patch one. I don't like the name. I don't like the name. Can I fix the name? I'm not sure how to do that. Let's see. We can just create pull request for this time, but it's just a bit not nice. If I go back, will we be able to? Okay, I find later how to do this stuff. We can just create request, pull request. Which one? I normally do it slightly differently. It was the first time I tried this way. Next time we'll do it another way. Okay, cool. So now we can see if you go to pull requests. Oh, it's not. It's actually nice. It's fine. So it's just normally I would prefer to name my branch as well properly. So, oh, this stuff I didn't edit. No, I really prefer the other way. So let me show you the other way of contribution as well. So we go to the same file. The other one will be cleaner. We go for this one. We click clone somewhere. Fork, not clone, sorry. And I also want to watch this one. I've already forked it. So we go here. Now we're on my fork. And fork is like a copy of the whole repository. So now we take the latest code. And now because currently I'm in my own copy of repository, so I have a bit more flexibility because I can do anything here without being afraid that I mess up. I can just drop the whole repo and recreate it. So let's fix something else. Let's fix something else. What I have here. So it was dashboards. detail how to use. Well, that's not true. It's not easily set up. So, well, it is not. It will take a few hours. You'll have to install. You'll have to install Docker. Most probably, not most probably, you will have to install Docker. So not everybody knows that. And also, like with Windows, it will be more fun for Windows users, because the best way, which I found, will be to install Ubuntu. Not install, actually Windows has Ubuntu inbuilt now. It's called, I think it's called WSL2. And so you install this stuff, and then from Ubuntu, you bring up the containers. And yeah, something like this. So I don't remember how I did it. It was some time ago, but I remember it will take you 2-3 hours easy. And for me, easy is like 5 minutes, not 3 hours, because that's a big contribution. Where was it? Okay, you can set up. Okay. Ask community if you get stuck. Instead of saying that it's easy, we'll say that please ask community if you get if you get stuck at any point. Because as dev, like, we need to have more people working on this thing, or benefiting from this thing, because it's two ways. There's another nice thing that actually they're recruiting for people who can contribute to, they call it templates, and actually pay money for that. And I know, yeah, so it's like they pay money to people who create templates. That's what I remember. And they also hire people. So I cannot guarantee it. I'm not associated with them in any way, except that I'm a contributor to the project. And I have a good relationship with them. They're really nice. But I know of people who became onboarded to the company as such. And that's a nice company. So, well, we'll call it. Yeah, now I have this beautiful button. Yeah, that's what I wanted. So, partially false statement. Installing Lake is not always easy. So instead, offer, so let people know that community is there to support you. And okay. Well, actually, before I do that, we'll go here again, because, sorry guys, also I'm highly likely autistic. I'll know in the end of month. I have a testing. Oh, I have 3 people here. So quite some more friends. So so if I say something which you don't like, guys, just tell me, because human emotions is like, I can organize these things easily, but understand who thinks what, it's so hard for me. So that's why I'm so open, because it's just easier to me tell you what I think and where I am. So just if you look at, for example, this one, which is approved, let's take a look at something with a lot of comment. This one, refactoring. So what was the story behind this beautiful thing? So it's conversation commits. Yeah, so you can see that somebody just had a branch called main and it was accepted, and there was a good discussion. Currently, I'm trying to understand, like, what is the culture behind, what is the, oh, this guy, he's so cool. Clash, what was his name? Clash Wong. Yes. Ni hao, Clash, if you are watching this later. So I'm just trying to understand what is the nature of branch naming? Refactor. So that's a commit. Oh, so the lead developer names it this way. You see, so he puts his initials, ticket number. I think there's an issue number actually, and like some. Well, it's similar to us. Although I don't raise tickets anymore for small things because once somebody actually I fixed stuff, and then somebody found my ticket and fixed it as well. And he wrote me like, "Oh, sorry, man." So also it's like a bit overkill, right? So now we are doing this one. We are proposing changes, but what is better now that we are doing it from a new branch, because if I commit to my main branch, it will become, well, let's say I have six tickets, and I know that some of them contradict each other in the easiest way. Like, for example, for A and B testing or whatever other reason. So I would rather create branches. So because I want to create fixes which don't depend on each other. So I don't want things which are probable to depend on each other, because that will make everything unprobable. So now we're creating the branch. That's my branch. And now we are creating a pull request. And that's what I wanted. They have, so that's what I missed in the direct modification. So initially we modified code directly in the repo in Apache Incubator JFlake. And that's why I missed all this stuff, because they've set up some flows. I think it's called GitHub Flows, which kind of puts, for example, this reminder of stuff which people should take a look. Oh, this they should fix as well. So if any of you guys wants to start contributing to them, and you don't do coding, for example, or basically the idea of my approach is that you choose something you love. That's the only thing which matters. Something which you love, and something which can bring you potential benefits in the future, which are important for you. For example, remote work, highly paid. Why not? There's no point to do something. Okay, there is some point to do something in a project which you love, but it doesn't bring any benefit to society. But if you find something you love in a project which exists and it already brings a huge value to the people, not even necessarily it has to be financial. It can be, for example, a huge an open source for charity, because the idea for you, what matters is that it should matter to other people, and then you start contributing, and it should also ideally use the latest technologies, by the way. You start contributing and you start marketing. I will show how. So you will be marketing daily about this project. Sorry, I just got a message from somebody. That may be somebody who cannot. Oh, good. One more member in our group. So I'll show how to talk to people daily on Twitter and stuff, but not about yourself. So it shouldn't be like I come learn this library in Golang. Like, well, people don't like it for different reasons. But if instead you say that, did you know that to solve that problem, I can use that library? Look, guys, this library really helps all of us struggling with, let's say, I don't know, different time formats or multi-threading. Although I think that with Golang it's inbuilt, so they have easier support for multi-threading stuff, not multi-threading, simultaneous processing.
Concurrency, yeah.
Concurrency, yeah. So because they differ. There's a lot of, I don't want to go into, but basically, so you've chosen the project you love, and now it's important to understand which direction you want to go, who you want to become. For example, if you want to do, there are multiple things. One of them is direction, like business analyst or developer or marketer or maintainer. You can absolutely always contact these guys and ask, like, where do you need help most of all? For example, maintaining. You can maintain the project and stuff, then they can onboard you. Any open source project, like almost any in the world, 99.999, they will be absolutely happy to have one more maintainer. I will be happy, to be honest. We have our open source project, this one. Oh. And I need somebody to this one. I need somebody to help me with that. Just put a link. But that's fine. We're still friends if you don't help. But so, for example, let's say that Cameron is an expert in Golang, just for sake of argument, and I am not. So, and I'm not Nikita as well. I'm somebody who just joined. So Cameron would be better off building the system locally and writing a blog post about that as a first step. Mentioning the correct names and stuff. So again, marketing come to me, although I'm learning as well. You never know everything anywhere. But for somebody who just followed me, you can do that. You can tell them that you can actually go and raise a ticket. You can take a screenshot here, okay, and we can let's do it now. Let's do it now. Let's take this one. So this one is, oh, for God's sake, I need a better color. How do I change the color? Something very vivid. Is it like this? For God's sake, we can do it the other way. We can do it this way, and we can do like that, and we can do paint. And I'm still to get used to something. No, it doesn't work this way. I'm just quickly checking if I forgot anywhere. No. See. I need to give them information. So I will close my Control-Shift-B, I think. Yeah. I want to make it as comfortable as possible to people to fix. Yeah, because for you, it will be quite easy. For me, like to do some niceties, but for other people, it will be much harder to fix if those niceties are not done. Can I do this way? Can it be yellow? Good, finally we found something useful. So here we have a problem. They used a symbol which is normally used in HTML, but when we are creating a pull request, it doesn't look nice at all. So what we'll do now, we'll go here and we'll erase it. So imagine it was you, because anybody can notice this stuff, right? It doesn't look nice. So anything you noticed which doesn't look nice, it's an opportunity. Both in this case and in case of entrepreneurship. So like some tool is not there, do it. A friend of mine, he started his business with selling books about building standards. So he was a builder in UK. And then he noticed that there are some standards and there are books which exist for the standards. They're in different languages, like I don't know, Zulu, like any language of the world, basically. But the marketing doesn't work there well there. So he created his own shop on eBay where he sold those books in different languages, and he made it very comfortable for people to buy books from this. So it was an opportunity, because I think he couldn't find a book in Russian when he needed it. Not easily. So what we are doing, we are doing this one. We are going to issues. We are going to a new issue. And now bug report, documentation issue, feature request, question refactor. Well, it's kind of bug report. Yeah, we are pulling the image. Run. Let's see what is the field name. In the text field of, just checking the participants, in the text field of newly request. Search. Check. So I have no idea how to fix this, but I can make it fixable. Okay, that's a good one. Let me search it in templates, in issues. No, nothing mentions in BSP. So you don't want to bombard people with numerous tickets because it's open source. Team is limited, and a lot of people that are doing it because they like, and also it's a startup. So like, so you need to make things as comfortable for your friends from open source as it is possible. These guys are actually quite good because you see, you need to click this checkbox, and it kind of reminds you that it's nice to check issues. And it's also nice to click this once. Why cannot I submit? Oh, let's see. Okay, it's not nice. Okay, what else I'm trying to find? Create from the Flake pull request from it was happening when we were merging to no. Oh, there's yeah, and check. I'm not precisely, I'm not very precise here because actually here I'm creating a pull request to my own, and that's not what I want. What I want is to actually, oh, no, actually, let me check. That's a pull request to, my dev flag. I don't really want that. If I go back to this one, yeah, so I want this one. I'll show why, but the problem will be the same. And the problem will be the same, but one thing will differ. So here I'm, instead of merging pull request to my repo, I merge pull request to their repo. This thing differs now. And that will be much easier for me and for them. I can continue working on other issues in main, creating new branches, and my stuff will be atomic. So they won't, my changes won't affect other. I can try like 5 ways of creating something or fixing something, and I can send all the 5 ways, 5 pull requests separate, and they choose one and they delete other pull requests, and that's fine. So this thing, and we are creating create branch with a fix. I'm just conscious of time, and from your repo to dev Lake repo, like here. I'm not fixing it on purpose. Actually, I don't know where to fix it because obviously not here, because this stuff is coming from some template somewhere, and I don't really know where this template is, and I don't want to spend all your time, guys. It's actually a good example because not always often you won't have knowledge to fix the problem, but you will have knowledge to find the problem. So the guys who can fix it, they will spend. By guys, I mean all genders and sexes. In British, multiple doesn't have sex or gender in British English. So this way you help people who know how to fix it, so they won't have to look for it because the issue is already there. And maybe somebody will just put a person's name there. That's actually what will happen. They will, Maxim or somebody will notice it, and will say that, oh, friend, I know you actually worked on this stuff. Can you fix, please? Okay. Smile. you are being recorded as a part of our stream. Source, right? I didn't probably we have 9 participants, 9 or 8 participants are benefiting from learning high quality, quality, because this is high quality projects. Contribute to this project. So if you noted, I didn't code anything, like nothing, and submit new issue. Okay. And now that a few things happened. First, now if we search for NBSPs there, right? Second thing which has happened, there's so many things which have happened. So all you did, guys, you went there and you said, I don't like it. It's not right. This happened. It's a contribution. You raise an issue. It's a contribution. It's a true contribution because it benefits society so a lot. Imagine somebody who contributed that fix to Log4j before all this nonsense happened. This person would be famous. And actually, there's also, well, Log4j is a bad example. It's a good and bad. So in Log4j, you don't do it openly. There is a main route for fixes, but there's separate route, completely separate for security fixes. Security fixes, you don't put them on available to everybody. You check the documentation of the open source or maybe a project, or you talk to the people there. You ask them what's the right way, because you don't want to tell the whole world how vulnerable Log4j is, but you still want to fix. That's one thing. And second thing is that it's not stopping you from reaching the companies, as I understand. You need to check the legislation. And there are people who are called white hat hackers. So they reach the companies and they say that you have this vulnerability and it has to be fixed. Please be aware. And they follow. So you don't just brute force into the company. Check the company's policies on white hat hackers. So you are sure to follow the legislation. And also check your laws and like check other things. Be careful, because you do one thing wrong and you are misdoer. But if you do everything correctly, you can benefit a lot and you can earn very good money, and like so many good things can happen. Like it's a huge thing. So now we just did this one, and now we are continuing with our contribution because we didn't like the world easy, right? So yeah, so you see this template shows us what to check. So obviously I've checked the contributing document before. So yeah, the label, they mean just the text. I've already contacted them about that. That's good, that's good. Again, the same problem. So if somebody wants to fix it, you can raise a second ticket for the second NBSP. Okay, I know why it's happening. They use HTML markup, trying to be nice, but maybe automatically because these people, they are like of this level. Did I add a screenshot here? No, but we can do the screenshot easy, right? So let's do a screenshot. So if we go in the screenshot to this project, and if we go to the README, and by the way, we have a Slack channel, guys. You can people are not using it much yet. We have this. What is it? We have the meetup itself. You can chat there, and also we have our, how do you call it, Slack channel, where you can also chat. And there are so many ways. Basically, you don't need to fight alone. Let me know if you need help, because even if I'm extremely busy, I'll find somebody to help you, or I will call for help. That's the beauty of this thing, comparing to like enterprise or something. That's we wanted to make this thing. It's a beautiful platform, and that's how you learn Golang, as I see it. So we press E key. So we press E, and there was this easy. I think it was there. I don't think. I hope they didn't match it already. You know, sometimes it happens. I want to search here. Yeah. No, that's my code. Where on earth was the easy word? Or was it not even here? Let's check the file. So fix gathering this one and do one thing. We'll create a pull request and then I will add a screenshot because commits this one, this one. So the commits show that easily, not easy, easily. That was my mistake. There are more efficient ways to do this stuff, but well, not ideal in many ways, including this one. So easily, it's not easily. And if we actually, it's better not to use documentation here, but not to use edit mode. Let's see if we find it here. Yeah. Oh, actually, let's do it this way, so it's easier for them to. So you see, this way they're getting the path as well in the top. So I'm preventing them from coming to me and asking which file it is. Or even if they ask, I will say, check the address. It's readme.md. And then next time they will check the address bar. So I'm like being a little bit proactive and I eliminate a huge time waste in the future. These things, they look silly, but guys, they are so important. It's like it will save you so many hours. Yeah, great. So cool, that's fine. There will be review. Obviously, they will build and blah, blah, blah. But basically, the idea is that we need to find something which is easy for you to fix, but you will benefit from this fix. So this time, for example, me, myself, I benefited from showing you how to do it. So for example, we have a lot of people here from different cultures, and DevLake, their target is to create platforms, obviously all around the world, right, to help people. So that means that you can help by, for example, telling them, well, I speak Hindi, or I speak Tamil, or I speak Urdu, or I speak Japanese, and or Russian, or Ukrainian, whatever beautiful language. All of them are beautiful. And you can tell, do you think I can help you with my language skills? Or you can follow one of the things for people who know some Docker, you can try to install it on your OS, follow the instructions, and you can either fix the instructions where you don't like them, or at least you can tell them, create an issue that, well, this thing doesn't work nicely. And obviously, they meet every 2 weeks because they have a hub in China and they have a hub in Hong Kong, I think, but I'm not sure. And a hub in, I think, San Francisco. So timing issues make it a bit more complicated. So they have every 2 weeks they meet on Thursdays, I think, and you can join. You can join for free, and you can see real people in a real startup project actually working, and it's open source. It's like, come on, guys, what else? So, for example, you can come to them and say that, do you want the stuff to be in different languages at some point? Or do you want me to, let's say somebody speaks Hindi and this person is, well, this person doesn't know Golang yet, but what you can do, you can go to Maxim, talk to him, and all people who speak Hindi, not all of them speak English as well as you do. So some of them, they know speak English enough to contribute, but not enough, to freely communicate. So maybe you can create your own meetup. You can use our platform because I paid for it. So guys, don't spend, it's expensive. It's like 20 quid, I think, per month. It's not expensive, but why should you spend? If 10 of you spend 10, anyway, I can save some money here. So, and then you can talk to students or talk to somebody, actually you'll be surprised. I had people with 8 years experience and like hardcore experience who started doing open source because they talked to me. And this person is coming to London on the 25th, I think. It's amazing. I mean, he's relocating. So it will be best friends, I think, like seriously. So yeah, something like that. Any questions till we go to our next project? Oh, I'm not ideal. There must be questions. It's funny that this stuff I actually preach now on dating sites because I'm getting through divorce. It's a good divorce, but still it's a divorce. So we're still friends, actually even more friends. But on dating site, I realized that, well, I can marry only one person, or I can like go out only with one person, and like how many people in life. But if I help people to go to the open source, because if you market yourself, if you like follow some of my ideas, and obviously something will be wrong, but we'll fix it as we go, and you'll bring new ideas, so you will contribute a lot. You'll create a benefit for a huge amount of people who need it, because we'll choose a project carefully and the way you contribute. And then you'll be doing it consistently. So let's say you're contributing to Microsoft's GVM, right, daily. And we can see as you grow from your posts daily. So if in 1 year time of being a top contributor there, or even half year time, or probably even less, let's imagine you become a top contributor for 3 months. Well, that will get Microsoft interested, because I know of these cases which happened. If a rare case happens and Microsoft doesn't get interested in you, then somebody else will. Why? Because you're visible, because there were articles, there were tweets, because I mentioned you, because you mentioned me, because you have now so many more friends. Because what is the chance of Cameron meeting, for example, Vishal Patel in real life? That it won't happen. It's like in Warsaw. Warsaw is an amazing city, but if you go out, yes, there's a good chance that the first person you see will be an IT developer interested in open source, but it's still lower than the chance that Vishal Patel is interested in this stuff. So you can benefit, you both can benefit from, like all people in the call, actually. You can take a screenshot of members and you can talk to each other, or you can actually talk in the meetup, because we are already, how many people are there? It's 1 month old, and like my groups, initially I expected to help 10 people. I thought that 10 people will come to become part of the meetup, and now we have 310. So, well, that's why I'm almost not doing one-to-ones anymore. So, yeah, I understand there might be no questions, but you can write in chat, or, oh, how do you find open source? Direct message from a guest. Okay, that's a very good question. So you find them with, there are multiple ways. One way I didn't yet use. So, let's say travel, right? So there are repositories calling it, and there's also a thing called topics. I think if you go here, for example, let me move the bar, because pull request marketplace explore. I hope you still can see me with my GitHub stuff. Can you see my screen still? Yeah. Okay. So here it has something called topics. I think, I'm not 100% sure, I think you can use that to find projects. I haven't used it myself because I do the other way around. So what I do, I will go to Google, and let's say our guest, sorry, I don't know his name, his or her, or any other pronoun, because pronouns are actually important. Everything is important, because my goal is to make this world better. So if I can do anything to make sure that a good person doesn't get pulled, it's more comfortable for this person, I'll do it. Because you can use few wrong pronouns or few wrong words, and you will prevent person from entering IT, and a lot of good people will miss out. And well, we really need more good people in IT. We really need it to be more diverse, because it's not about coding anymore. It's I don't care as much if your code is 1% faster or not. Well, I care, but it's a limited benefit. But you might create a whole market because you'll tell me that you have more than 30, not whole market, but imagine I'm doing an app, and the app is also targeted at Hindi speaking people. If I don't know that Hindi is using over 30 keyboards, over 30 alphabets, that's what my Indian friends told me. So there are more than one alphabet in Hindi. Now imagine that I go to a Hindi market with less than that number of alphabets. Well, there's a problem. So maybe, so now I'm hiring two people. One is diverse from, and he or she speaks Hindi or they, and one is speaks Russian as me. So, and is a little bit better developed than the other person. I will probably hire the other one. Not because I don't like Russian language or culture, but because in this case, this person will bring a whole wealth of knowledge about things like keyboards and a huge market. It will work the other way around as well. So it's not about Hindi or Russian or Lithuanian or whatever language it is. So the original question was, how do you find it? Yeah, so that's one of the things. Another thing, I started with love, because these things, it will be probably not, well, it will be topics. Let's see. So that's technology, but no, come on, guys, seriously, do you fall in love with like Java or Golang? Not really. Is it Java API which you read to your grandmother in the evenings? I hope no. Well, so what I would do, I will start with love. So let's say so Cameron is the only one who has camera open, so sharing, and thank you very much for that. So let's say, let me just quickly check my calendar. I have other things. That's fine. Because of Meetup, I'm doing so many things. So let's say Cameron, what are your hobbies, Cameron? Sorry if I call you Cameron. I cannot hear you at the moment for some reason. Let me find, is it on my side or is it on your side? Guys, can you hear Cameron? I cannot hear Cameron.
No, I can't hear him either.
Okay, cool. So now, yeah, I've just heard somebody, but I'm not sure. So Cameron, maybe you can type your hobby. What are your 3 biggest hobbies? I cannot hear you, mate, for some reason. Something is like, if you can type. Yes. So guys, type your hobbies in the chat, actually. We need a few hobbies. Okay. Oh, this is good. So Golang is Google, right? And Google is crazy about open source, right? So what I would do, I will do Golang. I've already done it actually. Okay. And we'll go here. So what I will do, if you like Golang as such, that's too easy actually, too easy question. Don't contribute to Golang projects, contribute to the Golang. You like Golang, contribute to it. How many people do it? Contribute to it now. They also have same things. They also have MD. And probably they want, some of the companies check contributes to MD. Some of them say that like don't fix typos and stuff because of the builds kicking off. But some of them are fine with that. So come to them, ask them, guys, do you need help with maintaining the project? Some of them, they have tickets, issues, which are like sorted by the level. Some of them are specifically made entry point. So now when you're contributing to this project, you are contributing to the version of Golang, which cannot be studied at any university in the world because you are contributing to the one which is the latest. And now in your university, he'll become a go-to Golang person. People will know that maybe you don't know Golang the best at this university, but you are the go-to person to solve problems or to find opportunities about Golang. And you will be amazed. You'll be speaking to such an amazing people. I had a person, I think they are a Twitter staff engineer. because this amazing person, Andy, actually found our project and contributed to our project. And I thank very much because Andy did formatting. For Andy, it was seconds of work. I didn't know this thing exists. Well, I knew, but kind of I didn't know how to do it and didn't have time. And how can you meet a staff engineer as a nice person as Andy? How can you meet this person in the street? How can you figure out that that's the person? Like, and on LinkedIn, these people don't exist, or they don't answer because they have like their list full with stuff from recruiters, the email list. So yeah, so this way you benefit the Golang directly. And I actually, before GitHub existed, I actually fixed the Java version. I saw that there was a typo in API docs, and I just found a way. It wasn't that easy as now, but I found a way, and I emailed them that, well, in one of your previous versions of Java, there's a typo here. And they fixed it. I think it probably was Java 7. I don't remember. That was like, I'm not an amazing Java developer. I'm just average and outdated because of reasons like a job we don't use to Java, which is too new, let's say it politely. But well, how many amazing developers have contributed to Java itself? Not everyone, and I did, and that's what matters. So yeah, so another way will be, so okay, learning Golang, there will be people who really love learning Golang. But for example, so Cheryl, for example, Cheryl or Devesh, you like to travel, right? So, and if you like to travel, then travel open source projects, right? Let's see some project which is related to, what's that? So they're called Sigmund, right? Let's see. What do they have on the GitHub? So Sigmund, GitHub, I want the main one. Two public repositories. I'm not sure which one is like, which one is which. So is this one? Is that the one? No, that's probably different. So we'll have to check this Sigmund thing. But basically, you just Google for the company which does open source, which you really love, and collaborate. And they should be popular as well, because I'm trying to find the repo, but like, so, sorry, guys, sorry, Sigmund people, but it looks that it's not very easy to get to GitHub from your website. And that's actually contribution on its own. Because if I click open source here, what will happen? So open source is a home for ideas and collaborations, blah, 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 transform. Let's leverage. Oh, so they have, so basically it's like a platform for tourism ideas. This is big. So let's see accessible travel. Let's see you're interested in that. So what's your name? So yeah, you can click here, and probably you'll collaborate with them. And well, that's probably better. It's a very powerful example, but they will give you a link on. They will give you a link, I think, on your email. That's not how it often happens. Okay, that's how it happens, but we can travel. So basically, these guys, they are helping you to find an open source project about travel, but I want something like this. That's easier, I think. Yeah, so Expedia, I already know the name because it's big in UK. So I like travel, or let's imagine I like travel, so not a Golang. I used to love Java, but I stopped. Well, I had a choice. I can contribute to OpenJDK and help myself to get the highly paid job and like finally learn Java, like multi-threading and stuff like on. I mean, I don't mean university examples of multi-threading. I mean the real stuff. But it will be only me. So so I had to choose either I go for myself or for the community. I've chosen the community. I will never ever become a Java expert now, guys. But I will create more value for the community this way. So that was the aha moment when I understood that people come first and technologies come later. So Java is not important. Value you bring is important. I mean, Java is important as a good tool, but it's not important for a good job to be. The good job will remain good whether you do it in Java or in Golang. Okay, so yeah, you can see there's a Beekeeper project. So, but actually we do different things. From that, we found Expedia group open source. I wish they had verified here. They don't. It would be nice if they did. Now we're going to repositories because remember I talked to you about importance of contributing to the carefully chosen open source project in the right way. This one project don't contribute. It's flat. This one is slightly suspicious. There's only 1 star. I don't know what was happening there. It is volatile here, but there's a chance that it was, I don't know, some small updates, whatever. This one looks, people use it. Some of them fork it. Oh, this one that's deprecated. Yeah, so that's, you see there was some native, but this thing, separate tables to, yeah, whatever. It's not really about treble, this one, but you can start with it. It will be more complicated than that because you need to find, if you don't want to do this stuff, you need to find like how is this project is linked to the treble itself, how it finds. You can even ask them on the forum, because if it doesn't help treble, then just being it in a folder of treble company, it's well, it's not good enough. But imagine it helps treble. Well, I guess they wouldn't have added it if it doesn't. And now you can go here and you can fix it. You can find something to fix and you can write a post about it. Now you have something to write about, something people who want to make the world a better place are interested in. So you can write that. Oh, you can even now, like, you don't even need to do anything. You can just go to the, you can go to, I imagine, actually any one of you can do it. You can do it about this one, and you can say that, guys, did you know that Expedia is open source? Did you know that if you love travel, you can contribute to travel companies using open source, for example, Expedia? How many of your mates at university have done that? Even at a good university, even like MIT, not many. Oh, and by the way, this way you'll be speaking to people who are like MIT level and beyond. So like, and for free, and you can get good friends. And for obviously for those who want to go, it's this one. But the thing is that you need to concentrate, because if you open my Twitter account, you'll see that mostly like 80% of people I follow, they're open source, open source, open source. Because if I write one day about open source and another day about Jiu-Jitsu, which I don't know, well, people don't know what to expect, because Sada is phishing. And so yeah, I leave 20% of my posts for something other than open source, but I want this account to be like very focused. So people who love for open source, they follow me, because people don't like a mess with unpredicted stuff. You can just open newspapers for that, for mess in your life. Well, yeah, that's the way. So another good company which I would recommend to do if you do Golang is Form3. For numerous reasons. They hire a lot, and they're a good quality company, and they're present in conferences. And conferences is another point. And well, talk to me if you want to go to conferences ideally in your location. I will tell everybody that you are a representative there, like seriously. And my LinkedIn is I have like almost 2,000 followers, and some of them they are like CEOs. Not some of them. I had a person from Hobbies list contacting me and telling me that we are doing a great job, and please don't ever stop, don't even think. Right. And other thing is that we can connect to conference organizers, and we can tell them that we are going in open source. We are fighting for diversity and equal rights and equal representations, all the good stuff. And also we want to increase the quality of it in university education. But the main focus is diversity. And because if I'm born in a small village somewhere, I don't know, somewhere far from everybody, and I only think I have is a mobile phone, then what are my chances of going to MIT? Not that big. But if I start contributing and sharing, there are stories of people like from Argentina, I think. No, from Chile. So the guy created bikes which help you in your farming works, and MIT. And he shared the information, obviously, because like in Chile, they started using, I think it was Chile, and MIT actually onboarded him. That's an open source without GitHub. You create bikes, you help people, people get aware, and then MIT gets aware, and wow, that's amazing. There's stories like that. So we'll write to conference organizers, and we'll ask for tickets, for free tickets. And I'm not sure like how much they cost in your place where you are, but in UK it might be like £2,500 easy. That's a lot, and you can start going there now as a student. So I know the Google Summer of Code exists and many other programs exist. So, but like, what if one doesn't work out? And this way you'll be consistently going to conferences, and it will be much easier for you to study stuff because you will know what to study. Golang, you cannot learn Golang, I think, because I know that nobody knows Java because Java is so huge. There are so many versions, so many APIs. If somebody tells that he or she knows everything, well, you don't, because I will find a document where a dot stands in the wrong place and you don't know it. So you don't know all of Java. You know what you need. That's different. So participating in these projects will allow you to know where to focus in Golang studies, where to focus in Java studies or any other studies, where to focus in Hindi studies. So you'll need probably to learn some words which you only use in English for convenience purposes. So instead of learning all the millions of words which exist in Hindi, you'll pick up like a few thousands more, which you need now. Sorry for referring to Hindi all the time. I have many friends from India and Pakistan and other countries. So yeah, so that's it. That's my idea. It's all about focus and taking your time, and just come back next time and ask questions. And for this week, your exercise will be to your exercise. Sorry, I didn't notice comments before. That's why you should unmute yourself and talk at any point, because the comments are on the other screen. It's let me see. So yeah, so for today, your exercise will be, it's not necessary. You can do it, you can do not, but I would suggest that you go and write that. Did you know that Golang is open source? Did you know that you can contribute? It's here. Let's do it together. That's all. That doesn't take much time. And if you don't want Golang, then you can use this Expedia, which I found. You can use this this thing. This thing will help you to find it will help you to find an open source project. So for example, we see here Dipto. I don't know how to pronounce the name Dipto or Dipto, but let's say it's Dipto for now. You can, if you can, like, let us know. So Dipto just shared the projects, right? And that's a big project.
Yeah, that is fine. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Is it Dipto or Dipto?
Yeah, it's Dipto.
Dipto. Okay. So if you want, you can talk, or we can actually have a whole session, because I would really like to, because currently we are running out of time. We already passed. But Dipto, what if you contact me on LinkedIn and we schedule a whole session just about your project? Because I can see that 2,000 folks, right? That means it's like really big. Where was 1 second?
Yeah, I basically just made a very small contribution about changing a header in one of the files.
Okay. Did you write a post about it?
No, not really.
So your task will be go and write a post about it on LinkedIn on this one. And for this week, maybe try to write a small post about something in this project, but not about don't tell them that I did this commit, but tell that there was this, that we fixed this problem, or tell this project is about that, and it's open source, and tell that I did it because of Nikita Koshelov. Put me in your tweet handle. Put my name in a LinkedIn handle. Put hash codes like open source, diversity, and stuff. This way, it will make it a little bit more visible. Because of you put my name, I can see it in my tweet on LinkedIn. I will reshare it. And if you put Cameron's name, maybe he notices it and he will also share if he wants to. So we do it for each other for the visibility. So you immediately get, like, let's say if 7 people from this talk, they all of them share each other's, it immediately increases your visibility. Well, theoretically 7 times, of course, less, but still. So because contributing is not enough. That's the problem with many people. They contribute, but they contribute in the wrong way. For example, unfocused way. So it still has benefits. Still recruiters will come, but well, it has limits. And some people, they contribute to the projects of their own, which nobody is using. The project might be cool because they like the technology, but nobody knows it. So nobody benefits from it. So deep to what if you write some articles this week or next week or wherever you have time, if you like it, and then you come and you share your experience. Will it be okay? Can you share your experience of how your life will have changed? And it will, trust me. I can show you.
Yeah, definitely. That seems interesting.
Yeah, because I can show you an example.
Right.
Just if you go here, right? It's my LinkedIn. If you go here. So before I went to a conference, I had 20 views in 3 months. Now I have 1,505, and people from Hobbies, and people from Twitter, and people from very, very, very top companies talking to me. And we talk not about how I can benefit, we talk about how everybody can benefit. And there's also this one. So so guys, if you can do one thing today, subscribe to my channel, because I share stuff here on interesting things which you might benefit from. You will benefit from it. So for example, the last one is this one. It was just my idea on interviews, because before, when I was not as senior as now, I was thinking of, did I close the window? Can you see my YouTube channel?
Yes, we can.
Good. So before I was thinking of interviews like kind of competition or something. Well, basically, let's say in the simple case, there's one job, right? So you go to an interview and well, you compete. So you have to prepare, you invest a lot of resources, and maybe you will get a job, maybe not. So even if you get the job, you've spent all this time preparing. So, and if you apply to 10, 9 of the times, if you're successful, you're spent for nothing. Maybe salary increase because you passed in all 10 and you had to select. But what I do when I go to interviews, it's not to get hired. I don't care. I'm fine with my company. I go there to learn something new, which can benefit my open source community, and also to build good relationships. Because people who will be interviewing you, they will be above your level normally. So let's say Google has, I don't know, 100 stages of interview, and you will get dismissed at one of them, but you're dismissed by somebody who knows more than you. And you can create content out of it. You can create content out of the whole journey. And more important, you can speak to these people. You will know about these people. You can still have a nice discussion with them. Yes, you don't meet, let's say, CPU designer requirements, but you know some assembly, and they show you good ways to go. So you can post about your journey, and you can share it with them. And you can tell them that, like, they organize a conference, so they're present there, tell them that, well, I want to come and help, like move chairs or speak about something I actually know in your area, so stuff like that. So, sorry guys, it's already too long, so I suggest last round of questions and then come next weekend, because I cannot do everything. I mean, I can keep speaking about open source till the morning, but today we'll be having a matchmaking session on open source. So basically today I'll try to match people, to try to find people to find projects for you. So like this question, how do you find projects? So I will be trying to answer this question here, and it's happening today. So and I also try to create slightly meetings in different time, so people from different parts of the world can have a good sleep and still be a part of this stuff. Because my main mentor is in Brazil, and guys, last Thursday I went to sleep at 2 o'clock at night. It was worth it, but it was 2 o'clock. Okay, any last minute questions?
No, that was great.
Okay, thank you so much, Acha Deep2G, and спасибо, Cameron, and use direct approach to me. The thing I dislike is one thing. If you call me Sir, or if you start using we, after like we're almost best mates now, Cameron. Like really, if you come to London, let me know. I will show you around and I will introduce you. Oh, guys, another thing, I'm part of very big communities, like biggest in Java in London and biggest Java in London and biggest Java in Brazil. So, well, because you're amazing people, I want these communities to know about you, and I will help you to do first presentations there and stuff like that. It's not about you. It's not about your love to Golang, Cameron. It's about how this love can impact the world. So you'll be, if only thing you share is you share how the stuff you like in Golang and the new stuff and the new stuff, it will keep coming till end of your life. This which will be far away from now. I hope you live to 200 or something. But this way, it's not only you benefiting from it, it's also you benefiting from it, because people benefit from what you share online, and it will also create a passive cash flows to you.
Yeah.
So you will feel easier, and actually your salary will grow as well, because, well, you will learn as well, because people will come with feedback. Some will be negative, some people will troll you, but you just ignore them. Actually, I create content out of trolls. Somebody trolls me, I put it online. I remove the person's name, but I say that those would be valid points, but if not that. So this person might even not know about that. But actually, I will actually start telling trolls. Last time a person tried to scam me and impersonated a lady who came to London from Mexico. Well, I started talking to this person in Spanish. Oops.
Yeah.
And I made the content out of it. Okay, anyway, any last thoughts? 5, 4. Okay, thank you so much for everybody. It will go online. If you're not comfortable with it, give me a shout. We'll try to find a solution. Okay, cool.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, guys. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was amazing. Thank you. Have a good day.
Bye.